Okay, now here's something that I'm not sure how this is going to work. This is air. Now, I've had good ones. You know, this is a, I don't know, what is it, the central, whatever, I can't remember the labels have. Well, it's glaring on me, that's what it is. High speed, metal saw, whatever. I think this came from Harbor Freight. I don't even know why I bought it, to be honest with you. I bought it so I can try it. That's basically what it is. So there's some honesty for you. I'm not a big Harbor Freight fan. And I bought this when Harbor Freight first opened up in the area, going back a few years. Now, when I had the body shop, I didn't have the Harbor Freight ones, but the ones that I did have worked great. This one I've tried it a few times on a few things. Didn't care for it. It kept locking up, jamming up, breaking blades. I don't know. Could be the air compressor. I mean, I only have that one over there. What is it, a 30, whatever. But, you know, at that point, it works for everything else. So let me see what we can get done here. So let me put you over here so you don't have to put up with all the vibration as well. And we'll see how this is going to work together. So this would be the best thing, the best thing to work with at this point, instead of my nibblers and all that. Well, it's slow, that's for sure. But in all fairness, right now I'm cutting through two pieces and they're working against one another with the vibration, so I gotta give it You definitely want to keep it tight against the item because otherwise it's going to keep just vibrate and not cut. And it's locked up. I mean, it could very well. I'm not going to say I'm going to put all the blame on it, but there. It could very well be the compressor, but I run all my other air tools on it, and the air nibbler, which eats up just as much. And I did put a little oil in it. You always want to put a drop of oil down the shank there, you know, where your hose goes. Just you don't put a lot, otherwise it'll be all over you. But you always want to put. You know what? Wait a minute. I can just use the grinder. Why didn't I just think of that? Hello. I can use this just to get the corners. It's sitting right there. I've been using it all day yesterday. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? What do you think, guys? That was quick enough, now wasn't it? Matter, Duff. I'm out there looking for a target. Him and Lance are like twins. Well, they got some of the same traits. I want to call it that. Lance is a Malamute. Duffy is, they're not sure, but they know it has a little wolf in it, according to its DNA. And, in my opinion, all animals, all dogs have a little bit of wolf in them, but they say no, he's part wolf, and again, this is where you can't always believe it. But either shepherd or Malamute. Well, if you look at him, he looks just like Lance. All right, now let's see how much further I have to go. We got a hole over here right away. I'll show it to you in a minute. Just want to see if I got a little bit more. And I'm going to go down. Well, down more than that. Let's get my marker out here. What I do, a mesh mark something? All right. What is it about measuring twice? Guess what? Not in my book. So that's going to go there. We got to cut this one off here. Okay. So that'll go quick. Hold on, guys. I don't even know if I'm recording. Yeah, I am recording. Okay, I gotta slice this right there. So let's go back to this for a minute. Sorry for the noise, guys. Man, I feel here. Oof. Oof. I'll show you the hole in a minute, guys. What's the matter, Duff? Yeah, I dread the day that one of them will pass, because we're all getting to that time. You okay? You know, they're all, except for Nikki. Nikki's 7, I believe, but the rest of them are, you know, like 8 and 9 years old, so. And they're big dogs, so. These are good, but sometimes I get an ass. Here, let me show you what I'm up to, by the way. Yeah. Okay. Now I just got to square it off a little bit. I got to clean this edge right here. I want to get that little piece off right there. And then I'll be able to put that in. So that's where we're at. That's where we are at this time. At this present time. Not bad at all. I'm going to use this. It's a little noisier, but it works. You know what I'm finding as time goes on and I grow old is I still have the knowledge to do things, but I don't have the full ability to do them anymore. So you start to improvise to kind of make up for your ability. And most of the time with me, is that I just only have X amount of time before my back gives out. And then naturally, when you don't feel good, you don't want to be working. So you try to get as much done as you can, and then being stubborn doesn't help. You say, oh, let me try to finish it, and then you start to rush it. And then the next thing you know, it looks like who did it and ran. When in reality, I mean, I really know who did it. But you got, I think you know what I mean. And if you don't, you will. Don't worry about it. It'll happen. Now the mind is still saying, yeah, you can do it. The mind is still saying, yes, you know what to do, and you do. But you just haven't got the backing of the body to finish it off the way that it should be, to make it look right, or to be perfect. Now it'll always work. I'll always get it to work. However, it may not always look professional. But then again, the only one I have to satisfy is myself, because at this point, it's basically just me out here in the back. Now when it comes to the house, it's a little bit different, because I really have to pay attention. And the wife will actually tell me to stop when she sees me getting to a point of aggravation. Damn, that's going to work nicely. You know what though, I should take it down just a little bit more. Let me see, how far down? Oh, I don't have to do it. All I gotta do is just... Okay. Good. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but wow. Wow, that's going to be hard to get on there because it's hot. Actually, it should be a little bit lower. Should be a little bit lower on this side. So I can really get it up tight in there if I want to. But you know what I want to do? Hold on a minute. I know what I want to do. I don't get my hands off it because it's hot. I want this bottom piece to be able to go in through the bottom, and then I can stick my hand down in there and push it down against the inner piece, if you know what I mean, and I'll push that down. And I want the top to actually go right over the top of the thing, because I'll put some self-tappers in here to hold it down. But I want it to go in far enough. So in order to do that, I want to bend these out a little bit, these edges. I want to get them back, if you know what I mean. Because I want it to sink in further. I want this to be as tight as possible. And right now, I'd either have to make the hole bigger or just trim off these edges. So I think I'm just going to trim those edges off instead of bothering you guys with all the noise with the, what you call it. So, did everybody have a pleasant Christmas? Yeah, and gifts don't always make a pleasant Christmas, so don't think gifting is part of your pleasant Christmas. Oh, I didn't even see that. Hold on a minute. Yeah, gifts are nice. I can't say that they're not. Especially if it's something you can use. Or even something that you always wanted but can never afford to get. However, a gift isn't the make all or break all in Christmas. In my opinion, anyway. So, putting that aside, as long as you are here and you're not in a whole lot of pain, come on, get off there. There you go. You're healthy. I mean, that's about it, guys. I don't know. You know where I'm going with it. In other words, you don't have to. You don't have to be receiving gifts and living in a nice house to be happy. Ask Hollywood. They're so busy being miserable, they're trying to buy their happiness with their money, and if they can't, they try to make everybody else miserable. You know what I mean? Sure you do. Alright. There we go. Now I'm just going to bend this in a little bit so I can use it as a tight. So I can use it to screw down the gizmo. Hold on, guys. I gotta go get a. Now this side I'm not going to be able to screw down, but this side I can. So I'm going to bend that. And then I got to notch this, so I got to get my notchers. I got a tool. See, this will just slide out right now because I took away its support. So I have a tool, believe it or not, that if I put it on here, it'll give me a crimp and crimp these two together. And the tool is not my electrical pliers either. So let me go see if I can find it. Okay. can't find the tool. What it is, it's almost like a punch, but it has a dimple on one side and a concave then on the other. So when you put it on there and close it down, like a ratchet type close down, it'll actually dimple these in, and it would hold that on there, and that's what I was looking for. But I do have these, so I'm going to see if I can use this and a nut. See if I can get kind of the same thing here with enough pressure, hopefully. Actually, that might work. Yeah, that may work. Let me put this way. Put that there. Close this up a little bit. There we go. Okay, this may work. Let me see how tight I can get it. Yeah, I'm made. Yeah, it's giving me a little bit of a dimple. I prefer to see more, but it's working. There. Okay, good. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright, here we are. Now this has got a little bend to it right here, but that's not going to bother me. As soon as I get the other piece on, it'll go right in there and we'll be all set. So I'm not going to worry about that bend. And I mean, I haven't even got a fan going in there yet, and we got good heat coming out of there, so we're all set. So I'm going to take some tape, taper it down, make it look nice and neat, and get rid of any little air where it may be escaping, and at that point have a cup of coffee. Alright, so we're all taped up, and that's where we're at this point. So, actually, I'm waiting to go hocus pocus and have a girl come out of the top, but that's not happening. Now, this is not the fan. I just stuck that up there because I had it laying around. I was using it before. I didn't want it to just sit, so I just screwed it up real quick. It's not doing anything at all other than just blowing on this a little bit, and it's not even blowing on that a lot. But that's where we're at. Now I'm debating on what kind of fan I actually want to put on there. That would work. I just have to cut 2 little holes for it and put it up there. And I was thinking of possibly, now this isn't veritable. I can probably buy a veritable control for it. But what I was thinking on doing is having some type of a slide to divert the air. I don't want to block it because then it's going to start working harder. So I'd rather just have it diverted somehow. But I don't know. But again, if I had 2 holes here, this is kind of a strong fan. This may actually cool it down faster than it heats up. It's always that possibility. So I don't know. Now I do have some smaller fans up here that would probably be okay. And because they're going to be on the outside, blowing in, it's really not a big deal. I don't have to worry about the heat factor as much as I did if it was like when I had the heat exchanger. Right? That kept burning out fans like crazy because the heat was just too hot. It was melting all the fans. So anything that I put in front of it, that is. So finally, I had the outlet, say, coming out this way. I had to put the fan here blowing across it that way on a little bit of an angle. So it kind of like vortex it out and across instead of it being right in front blowing out. That was the only way I was able to keep the fans from burning up or melting at that point. I'm going to hook this one up. It's a 12 volt. Draws 1.3 amp, which isn't a whole lot. I don't see what the actual air movement is here. Either that or I'm just looking by it. But let me hook it up real quick and we'll see what happens. So let me turn the coffee pot off before I forget it. Alright, so where are we here? Here's a computer fan. So it's 12 volt. We shouldn't have a problem with that. Red and black again. That's why again I always say red and black, because see, I automatically know that I should go to red and black here. Black being the negative side of power, and red being the positive side of the power. Now that's blowing air. However, do you hear that? Yeah, I don't know if I can handle it. Probably just a shut off. No, it's a slow speed. You see, I can deal with the slow speed, but well, that would circulate a little bit. Now I could put small heater control on this. Maybe. I'm trying to think. See, the heat's always good. Well, the heat will cool down as the fan blows. How sensitive does it have to be? So this could be running low, and as the heat starts to build up, the circuit would open. And as the fan goes faster, or what you want to call it, will cool down a little bit and kick this back down. I mean, it sounds like a good idea. I don't know if I can actually get it to do that though. I don't know how sensitive this has to be in order for it to do that. Because the plenum is always going to have heat in it. That's not enough. Hold on a minute. What else do I have to do? I mean, the thing is, turn that down. Yes. I mean, the thing is, you would probably start to ignore it after a while, but how much noise pollution do you want to have going all the time? You know, and see which one is which here. The longer of the two should be the ground. You know, and again, what effect will it have on you, you know, down the line? Now this is a different type of fan, as you can see. Much quieter. Now it blows a little bit harder than the other one did on low, but not as fast as I like it. I need something that's going to be a little bit stronger and give a little bit more air. Because I mean, this would work. It would just take, well, you know, over time it would work. I mean, it's not that it wouldn't work. I mean, because if this continues to move the air, eventually the air is going to keep continuing to move. You follow me? Yeah, this may be the way to go. And I have two of these if I need them. Here's the other one. I use these when I'm testing certain things. Well, this one anyway. Yeah, they're identical. The only problem is hooking it up. Because if I hook it up the way it's supposed to be, this would have to be going into the plenum this way, which means that's going to be sticking out. And I really don't want crap sticking out. And this is the input side. I mean, if I was able to mount it like that, that would be great, but that's not going to blow into the box. Plenum. The more I think about it, the more this would probably do the job. Yeah, I think I'll probably use this one. I mean, because the heat's going to rise anyway. I just want to get it to rise and come this way a little bit. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to use. I'm not going to use this one. It's way too loud. Way too loud. And I actually think it's a little too fast on high and too slow on low. And I don't want to start working on the fan. Seriously, I gotta figure out a way to how I was gonna use this one. Here, come with me. See, I'd have to have it this way, and I really don't want it sticking out there. That's just a nightmare waiting to happen. No matter where I put it. Now, if I put it off the back, see, it's that's not going to work. I was going to say it would build up pressure, but it's not, because it's just going to push the air down, you know, to the easiest instead of pushing it out. So I got to have it next to the plenum. Next to, you know what? I wonder. Wait a minute. See, that would be good right there. That would be good. Well, it's not, because it's still in the way. And I can't put it on top because this gets too hot. And that'll just burn it up. And I want the flow to go out, I don't want the flow to go against. You know what I mean? So for instance, I don't want this like this flowing into here against this back wall. I want it to go the way I want it to go. Inside, because then it's just going to get too hot. Yeah, that'll get too hot. That'll end up melting. I'll be right back to what I had before. And if I put this here, nah, that's not going to hurt work either. Now, alright, I got to figure out something. I guess I can just put another duct fan in there, but I may even have one of them laying around here someplace. If I do, I just don't know where the hell I have it. Pocket doors, breakers, pumps. Dum dum dum. Oh, you know what I was thinking of doing, guys? It's not the best one in the world. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do it with this one or not. Because I'm running around with two-wheel drive now, and I really don't know how it's going to be in the wintertime. And I'm really not in the condition and the shape to carry chains and go out there and throw chains on it every time I turn around. So I was thinking about taking this winch and bolted up to the front of the truck, so if ever it got stuck. However, this one here isn't very strong. I think it's only 2,000 pounds. But now to pull a truck, I guess, I mean the truck, if it's just stuck in some snow and I'm not looking to pull it out of a mud hole or a ditch, that would probably be enough. I'm going to pull that down and look at it later. I don't think I'm going to have a problem, to be honest with you. It's just I'm so used to having all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. You know, I feel kind of naked with just two-wheel drive. Yes, Moto TV, Mrs. Moto TV. I said naked. I don't know where the hell I'd have it. No, it's not in there. No, extra lights, not up there. I put a camera in front of the house, by the way. Well, I gotta go out and take care of that. I forgot about that. What's this? Oh, parts for a faucet. So this piece is gonna go on that, and that'll bring it right up, because this is actually off a little bit, and I can bend that a hair, or twist it rather, and that'll go right up to that, right around the corner, and it'll give me what I need, and it won't be in the way, because this is basically all dead space here anyway. But that's not what I'm thinking about here. I'm off track now. Okay. Well, you don't want that to fall out. Get in there. Okay. Apparently I haven't got one. If I do, I just don't know where the hell I have it. So, alright, anyway, sorry guys. Yeah, I put a new camera in the front of the house that's hooked up. I think I told you about that camera. And works great. What I'm going to do is, though, that's something I gotta find, because I want to do that right now. That's going to be my next project. I got some paste wax around here. And why do I want paste wax, you ask? That's shoe polish. That ain't gonna work. Now that may work, but I doubt it. Well, why I want my paste wax? And what's paste wax got to do with the cameras? Well, I noticed that the lenses on the cameras, if it rains, they get like a little cloudy spot on it, you know. Nothing to where I can't see, but it just annoys me. until it stops raining. And it's on the outside, because if I went out there, like in the summertime, if I went out there at night and I hosed it off real quick, you know, with some pressure, it's gone. So it's an outside the lens issue between the moisture and things and the rain. So yeah, I know, I told you I put water on it, and the water is what causing the problem. All right, but anyway, paste wax. If I wax it, the slickness of the paste wax and wipe it down, the leftover residue, will, believe it or not, will keep those lenses clean. I used to, I haven't done it on my van or anything in a while, but when I had my cars, especially the cars that I used to cherish and baby until they gave me a hard time, then I'd swear at them and junk them. I would wax, using a paste wax. I would wax all my windows, inside and out, except, remember this, except the outside of the windshield. You don't want to wax the outside of your windshield. But all your other windows, as long as there isn't a blade on it to clean it, it really makes a big difference, believe it or not. I actually should do that to the van front windshield, because the inside, again, not the outside, the inside, because as many times as I clean it, you always get that little smudge here or there. You wax it, you don't get any of that. What am I walking around for? Oh, I'm looking for paste wax. That's not going to be here. That's going to be over here someplace. Hey, baby. You know what? Now that you're here, you can help me. I don't know what little paste wax I had left, which is a Carnauba, but it's kind of like scazzad, and there's very, very little left. Now, I don't need a lot. I need a couple little bits on a finger on a rag. I figure, let me put it up on top of this and kind of heat it up a little bit, and do what it has to do. And put this away now that I remembered. The wife is home. Lance is good. He lost 2 pounds. Heart's good. Everything is good. Right. Lance is well, they're all really good boys. You hate to say that none of them aren't. They're all good. Lance, however, though, has got a problem, and I don't know what the hell it is. When we first got him, he's the one that was in Georgia. And I had to travel to get him, because they were going to euthanize him. And I said, Doc, come and get him. Meet me. He's a Malamute mix. But more Malamute than anything else. But meanwhile, he was well, except for Nicky. I said this before. All our boys were 13 weeks old, between 13 and 14 weeks old when we got them. And they were 13 to 14 weeks apart when we got them. So they kind of grew up as puppies together, and, you know, and were growing together and so on and so forth. Lance was a little bit older. He was like 18 to 20 weeks old. So, and he was about 12 weeks, 14 weeks apart. And like I said, they were going to euthanize him down in Georgia, and I said, that ain't going to happen. So I just started driving, and they started driving, and we kind of met, and I got him. So, but when we got him, he was real skittish. You know, he was probably living in the street. He was lost. Nobody knows. I mean, I don't know why anybody would be looking for this dog, because the dog is a beautiful dog, even when he was younger. But I'm thinking, you know, he was probably, you know, scrounging around, and people say, get out of here, get out, that type of thing, and that's the way he had gotten. So anyway, we got him here. You know, we introduced him to the boys and things, and he had him in the yard, and he started playing and getting around, and he found out that he had a loving home, and everything was fine. And after about 2 or 3 months, Not a problem. You know, if I'm shoveling or raking or driving the tractor by him, didn't bother him at all. And then over the last couple of years, he's starting to get skittish again. You know, if he hears a loud noise, you know, he runs and jumps. If I go to pull the vacuum out of the closet, he'll run out of the house. I mean, it's just the way. I don't know what happened lately, but that's him. All right, so meanwhile, it's going on 2 o'clock. Today is still Wednesday. And I think today's Wednesday anyway. Or was it today's Thursday? I don't know. Hold on a minute. No, I got either a call or what is it? It's a call. All right, ain't got to worry about it. So meanwhile, I kind of just stopped. Here's where we're at. I got the plenum. I got this in place. That's screwed in, bolted in, taped up. This is, I just stuck it in here so I wouldn't trip over it. But at that point, that's it. The main thing is getting a fan of sort in here. Now, it may or may not be an issue or a big issue, but if I put too much air into this that can't get out, it's going to start blowing down through here because naturally there's a grate in there, if you remember correctly. And inside that, you know, it's open, and then that comes down and allows the heat to come out here and up on top. If I open, well, you may be able to see it up in there. But anyway, if I force too much air in here, it's just going to force it out down there. Which would be okay too, I guess, but I want to see it go that way. So I got to figure out what I think I'm going to need. This is there. Again, that's just stuck in there just to have it there for now so I didn't keep tripping over it. And for now, let me move this over because I don't want anybody to go by it. I end up getting hurt with that. Okay, so I'm thinking about actually just leaving it as it is to see how it works just like it is, because if the air comes out of this, all right, you know, and this not being here, or even if I leave that there, if I get the air coming out, this clear everything here, and it'll blow right over there. Now, yeah, there's that there, but it does have a hole, does have an opening, so it's not like it's hitting a brick wall. So it may be fine just like it is, even with that piece there. But if I'm going to leave that there, though, however, I will naturally dress it up a little bit. But again, the fan is still the thing. Now, I just thought of something that may... See, the thing is, I want to get the air out of here, but how can I do that? That fan that I had earlier, I'm getting ready to go in, but I'm just waiting for a program to finish loading, and I think it just did. However, yeah, it did. Okay. I don't know if you guys ever watch Commando Design on YouTube. Sometimes he's got some pretty interesting things, and you know, on how to do things and stuff like that. I watch him, but he did a video the other day, and he was talking about these 3 programs, and one of them I used to use on a trial, but you know, it was a paid thing. So once the trial was over, I said nah, because I got Corel Draws. I'm used to Corel Draw, Adobe's, and stuff like that. However, they were pretty good, but I just couldn't see paying for them. But now, he did a video the other day where these are all free. So I downloaded them because I want to play with them again to see. Because between the 3 of them, they'll work together. You follow? So you can kind of use one to the other, to the next, to this, to that. So, you know, you got to get to know it before you can do it, but it will work. So I'm going to just play with these 3 programs for the next few days when I'm out here doing nothing, to see what they do for me as far as art. Again, I like the Corel 12 I have. That's the newest one I have. but I got the 9. And I got Adobe Illustrated, and I got Adobe Photo around here someplace. I just don't know where the hell it went. Oh, I took it out. That's what it was. I took it out. I was having problems with it. So, but anyway, oh, this is what I was looking for. See how I get off track, guys? Yes. I was just thinking of something, but I don't think it's going to be what I want it to do. Because this fan shoots out here, and this is the intake. But so I need air in, fresh air in, especially because I need air. I'm looking to push air. I'm not looking to draw air. If I flip this way, it's going to be sucking in some of the heat and then blowing it out, which would be the best. However, the heat coming out of here would probably melt this fan. So I'd have to do it this way and just use it for blowing out. And hopefully when it blows out, it'll create a little suction and start sucking the heat out that's already coming out anyway, but may give me a little bit more flow. So that's what I'm looking to accomplish. So with that being there, I can cut that hole out to do it. Anywhere else I can't. Here I can, but then it's going to be sticking out, and I didn't want that. So I don't know. Again, something to think about. So I have to think about, again, where and how. So I'll do a little research on the internet and see what kind of fans that are out there. I don't care if they're 12 volt or 110 volt, 15 volt, 9 volt. As long as it works, I can make it work. The wife just organized all these for me, which is great. Hold on, okay, right here. So, yeah, let me put you over here for a minute. Okay. You forgot my little ones. Now these, the ones that I just came in today, or came in the other day actually, these are not high strength. These are like 18, 20, stuff like that. Don't mind my hair, it's a mess. I've been crawling under cars today too. I usually have the heavier ones, ones that are good for 80, 120, as far as pounds that is. But I haven't been doing a lot of stuff where I need those. And I needed some of these in a hurry. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to order. Get some in here so I have something. These would be great for wire tying what I need to wire tie, which are wires. All right, so at that point, that's it. And I do have a few heavy ones in here, and you can tell them apart, as far as it goes. So if I do need a heavy one, I do have a few laying around I can use. Now the thing is, I usually keep this over there, but I keep pulling them out and they keep messing up. So I said, you know what? I gotta find a home for this thing someplace. So that's what I'm gonna do. But meanwhile, guys, okay, I'm getting ready to go in. I said that how many times today? I did. I know I did. All right, so let me shut down some lights. And, oh yeah, I gotta turn you off too, huh? Yeah, I forgot about you. I know. Remind me, why don't you? Okay, shut down. Shut down. Turn off the mouse. Turn off the monitor power. That will go off by itself. This I leave on. I keep it on scan because it keeps activity in here. So if somebody is outside listening, they're going to hear voice because I thought I heard it a couple hours ago. Because it goes all the time. There's always something there that's on. If they stop talking, something else will kick in. I have a couple of real busy frequencies going. All right. Oh, I forgot I had this fan too. Nah, that ain't gonna work. That'll move air into me from here, but that's about it. All right, guys. So meanwhile, that's about it. So I'm gonna call it a day. Hot Tuck, what do you think? You ready to go in? I put the wax on the camera lenses and wiped them down. So those are all done. I have to go to the store and pick up some more of these things. These things are actually pretty good. You know what I got to try, guys? I'm not into this survival stuff. I mean, I'm into it. I want to survive like anybody else. But, you know, I know, you know, that if I have to do it, I can do it. And I'll tell you something. I think these would be the best thing to use if you need to start a fire. There's all kinds of stuff out there, and it costs you all kinds of money. All right, and this is a box of 24. It cost me 15 bucks, I think it was. Well, you can cut this up into little, like, 1-inch cubes, because this starts a fire. Excellent. But I don't know if it will start a fire using a striker. So I'm going to try it just so I can let you guys know. Because if that's the case, you can cut these up into little 1-inch or 1/2-inch squares, give it a little crumble, strike it, done, and you can probably light, well, let's just think here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 to 14 fires easily with this if you cut it up. What's it going to cost you? 80 cents for 14 fires? Now, granted, you're going to need some wood, but I'll test it just for the hell of it, because, you know, just because it's marked for, you know, survival and stuff like that, you know, that just brings up the value. All right, so, well, anyway, this is real hot, so that's good. That is good. I feel the heat radiating off of that standing here, so this is going to be a good thing. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to go in, and I'll edit this so you don't have to watch all of the nothings. But then again, I don't want to spoil you and give you a good video. That would be crazy. So, all right, shut down.